I think it said like 730-ish. And what do you think about the noise level inside the cabin? This versus that. Family with doggos, you guys know what I mean by that. I can fold. Show you the brake lights as well. Oh my God. Come check this out. Touch anywhere within the steering wheel with 2 or more fingers. Just keep it up. Oh, you guys just see that? Just hit it. Just look at that. It shoots the car out just like so. It has all the bells and whistles that you could expect from a car. And I actually got a lot of 0 to 60 right now. Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. And as you saw from the thumbnail, I am test driving 2025 Kia EV3 for the first time. It is going to be my raw first impression because I have very limited time of test driving this vehicle today, unfortunately, but I will literally have days to review this car in about a week or two, which in that video, I will definitely cover the long distance drives, and I am actually trying to clock what the actual driving distance is in real world. The car currently has 95% SoC state of charge, and it is showing me 464 kilometers to go with the maximum driving distance of 690 kilometers on top, you see, right? And with the minimum of 288. Due to the limitations and constraints I have for the test drive today, it will just be my raw first impression of the vehicle, included with the city drives that you are witnessing for yourself. Before you delve into today's video, there is a 40-minute long review video where I have gone over possibly everything that you can think about a non-moving EV3, i.e. exterior, interior, front, trunk, second row seat, first row seat. The video is 40-minute long. Be sure to check that video out before watching today's video. Just like all cars, EV3 feels completely different when you start driving it on the streets than meeting the car in person in showrooms. And I know it's not even in the showrooms around the world, and that is one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, your #1 source of KDM brand new latest cars from Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia. That I guess is the advantage of living in the mother country of such manufacturers. EV3 is actually being delivered to the owners right now. It's been days. It is actually the first week EV3s are being delivered here in Korea. I've been going over forums and people have been loving their cars thus far, and I have no doubts about that whatsoever. Very long intro as always, but I just want to talk about this and that. Well, welcome to the channel if it's your first time. That being said, if you have any questions about EV3, be it exterior, interior, the drive, anything that you can possibly think about, anything that you want me to test out for you on your behalf. And there's also measurement video that I've done on the EV3, and I actually got a lot of 0 to 60 right now. And not many times I actually get to floor the cars in cities, so that was it. So again, I will measure 0 to 60, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour precisely in next test drive, so meet me over there. Going back to what I was saying, in that measurement video, I actually got a lot of positive feedback, replies saying that how useful that video could be. Anything that I might have missed throughout the videos that I have done, drop in the comment below what you want me to go over. I will cover that for you once again. But top of the list I have in mind is #1, like I said, on trying to clock the real world driving distance of this EV3, and #2, some of the pulls that I could not afford doing, and #3, I'll be actually taking my wife Tuma on a long distance drives because she suffers big time motion sickness when sitting inside a car. So anything else, drop in the comment below and let me know. The car, the test driver here is brand new. It only has 62 kilometers on the odometer right now, for the obvious reason of flooring the car, test driving and testing the vehicle. After all, I'm not gonna get the best MPG. I'm not gonna get the best driving distance possible out of this car, especially given the fact that I am actually also running the AC right now. I am easily seeing 5.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour. That number is quite surprising given the fact that it's not the ideal condition for the EV to milk the best ultimate driving distance out of a car, i.e. it's not the adequate temperature. It is boiling hot here in Korea area and also humid. I'm running the AC. The list just goes on and on, right? Once again, I'm sorry I keep going back to this, but I will cover all of this in the next video to come with the EV3 ultimate super long distance drives. The reason why I am shooting today's video is because I've been asked by so many people, when am I going to review this EV3? So I signed up for the test drive as soon as it became possible, and that is the reason behind this very short video and short test drive. I didn't really talk about the drive all this time, right? I just talked about the EV3 all this time long, but all right, so this is gonna be the first chapter of this entire EV3 video that I know for sure now. It has all the bells and whistles that you could expect from a car. Simply put, whatever you are looking for in a car, this car has it all. So let's pick up the speed. Again, not the most powerful car that I can tell you. However, it has all the power you need driving in cities and so forth. Barely over 200 horsepower. However, car being an EV, instant torque is right there, so you don't feel the shortage of power whatsoever when you are trying to pick up the speed. I am currently on an uphill. This is quite steep. Just hit it. Just look at that. It shoots the car out just like so. And change your drive modes right here. It has eco, normal, sport, and let's get that power one more time. You can probably see from that cam that the car actually sends me back, meaning it has that power. All right, so putting back to the other drive modes I see, my drive and snow, I'll put it into normal. And I currently have iPedal level 3. With the EV3, you can now also change the level of the iPedal. FYI, if you didn't know, iPedal is one pedal driving of other manufacturers. Wow, just look at that. It's crazy monsoon season here in Korea. Like, it just rains out of nowhere. It's just pouring rain like you're seeing right now. So there are 4 levels of iPedal that you can set, starting from level 0 and all the way up to level 1, 2, 3. So there are 4 different levels. Of course, it changes the strength of how the iPedal would engage. So set it to your different needs. That way you actually find that sweet spot, the ultimate driving experience and pleasure, which is dependent on how you operate your vehicle, right? And I'm going to make a U-turn, the turning radius. It was about 2.5 lanes that I just saw. Of course, the length of the lanes are different depending on where you are. It has quite similar turning radius as to that of my Kia Seltos, which is a compact SUV. Size-wise, this EV3 is quite similar to that of the Seltos and Hyundai Kona. However, when you actually meet this car in person, it looks quite different because of the proportions. Once again, the exterior thing, I did talk about it in my previous video, so please refer to that. I'm sorry deviating too much here and there due to the nature being, just things pop up as I drive. Use the pedal shifters on the left to increase the level, and to decrease and lower the level of the iPedal, use the right pedal shifter. And I actually do like having the iPedal at maximum. That way I can get the ultimate driving distance possible. But also, when I am all by myself inside an EV driving, I know precisely when and how the car is going to react as soon as I lift my foot off the accelerator. Regen brakes kicking in, charging up the battery, and I don't have to use my foot brake in between my city drives when I am going on low speed. And that is actually a huge plus for me. It really takes away a lot of burdens when you are driving inside a congested area during the rush hour and such. But let me also show you this. There is also the HDA2 Highway Driving Assist 2. It is not autonomous driving, but it is the driving aid. So do not be confused. You need to be in control when you're using the HDA, but as you are seeing right now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are using it in your city drives as well, including myself, HDA just works beautifully and flawlessly and just keeping up. Oh, you guys just see that? I actually went over this construction area, pretty much no lanes, but EV3 managed to follow the car in the front, which is called LFA, lane following assist. Well, that is following the lanes. So the car also actually tracks and follows the vehicle in the front. And let me also show you, I gotta stop the red light, but show you this. As you guys just saw, it has HOD, hands-on detection, meaning you don't have to shake your steering wheel. Cars before the HOD came needed the steering wheel to get the torque feedback. That way they know drivers have their hands on the steering wheel, but that's not the case anymore with the HOD, as you just saw. Touch anywhere within the steering wheel with 2 or more fingers. The car knows that you have your hand on the steering wheel. That way it's not going to pop up the message saying that you should grab onto your steering wheel. No. So that was also another thing that really bothered me just a little bit when I am going on a long distance drives. That is gone. I felt this multiple times already when I started pushing the car forward. I'm not sure if that is limited to iPedal, so I will actually disengage the iPedal and see what that does. That is, when I actually start rolling the car forward, there is a bit of a delay, but it's not to the extent where it will bother me and get on my nerves, if you know what I mean. However, oh, okay. So that is the iPedal thing. So when you have car set on the iPedal, the car actually responds a bit slower. Not sluggish, don't get me wrong, but it actually gives me the most smooth, gentle push possible you could expect from an EV. With the early EVs, you know, the car would actually just push the car forward immediately after when you tap on the accelerator, right? However, that is not the case with this EV3. And I didn't even have the auto hold on because I've been having the iPad all this time. Experience it one more time with on this course right now. Just look at the interior. So there's a lot of recycled and upcycled materials, but I love that two-tone seats that EV3 used. And you get ridiculous amount of second row space. Yep, so when you actually do have different levels, press hold the right paddle shifter, the shifter will change into auto and also manual region brake should you wish to set it to such drive modes. Going into the parking lot structure, and it is not the largest parking lot you could expect to find. There is not going to be an issue with the EV3 whatsoever because it's a compact EV SUV that we've all been waiting for. Affordable compact EV SUV that has plenty of driving distance so you don't have to charge your vehicle every single day. Let me also show you that. You can see that on the screen, right? So the 360 view cam. Whenever you are coming into a tight parking lot like this, you can turn that on, make a good use of that. Let's head outside and show you just a bit of the exterior. Of course, I cannot miss that out, right? Thanks to that column shifter, there is plenty of space right here. There is no more gear selectors that was taking up the whole space in the middle. And once again, all this detailed information, I did cover it in my previous 40-minute long video, so please refer to that. Let's head outside and show you a bit of this car, and of course I need to take that thumbnail. Let's go. So this is me inside EV3. Just look at that. What do you think? This car is gorgeous. This is like the EV that everybody would want. Like, why not? Easy to drive, gives you all the benefit you could expect from an EV and long distance drives, and just has everything. Let's go. Come check this out. Isn't this gorgeous? Like, cute compact SUV. So this is that white exterior that you know you've seen from Kia, and I can never get enough of that star map signature lighting. So that is also the penetrating design language and theme of Kia brands, and these LED lights as well. So all of these lights on entry level, a compact EV SUV. Wow. Active air flap, it's all open, the car is all fired up. EV, no emission, you can run the car 24/7, AC and heater wherever you are. I think that really is the advantage a lot of EV owners and drivers are taking for granted, because you wouldn't believe how many times I actually had to turn off my car because of the noise and all. But the car being a GT line, it has a different bumpers and the looks of it. The regular model actually has different design to it. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but I mean, it certainly has that GT line, straight lines and all, but I actually do really like a regular model when it comes to this. And the wheels, opposites united, meaning where two opposing designs are met, something new is created, a penetrating design language of the Kia brands, Nexon, Anthera, Supreme S, and this is probably the EV tire. Yes, says right there, it has the EV tires, 215, 50, 19. That also is another GT, Kia GT series vibe to it, as you can see right there. And that's also the piano black, looks upscale and sleek. I know not everybody is a big fan of the piano blacks on the cladding. Some people just like the plain plastic, or some people just prefer the body color matched cladding, but that does not come with the EV3, unfortunately. Let's go back to the rear of the car. Look at that. So that's a design that we have never seen before. It is a first attempt. That also is the EV line design right there. A huge and long horizontal rear reflector, as you can see. And let me also show you the brake lights as well. Oh my God. Look at that. It is super crisp and vivid to human eyes, of course. And it is the flickering that you're seeing from the camera. Of course, it's a solid light to human eyes. That long third brake light in the middle, along with the Star Map signature lighting for the rear as well. Everybody is going to be noticing your car on the streets. So it's safety for you, safety for others. And it just looks gorgeous, don't you think? Wow, so just look at that. It just looks gorgeous, wow. So again, I can't really spend too much time on the exterior. I'm gonna get some thumbnail and be on my way. So let me talk about the rest of the drive on my way back. So I'm just gonna be moving the car over there, get some better footage. So let's see how this one looks. Not the best one, but it looks okay. So I am using the 360 view cam to get that right footage. And here you are. And look at that, just like that. So let's try that one more time. I want to show you how effective the 360 view cam is, what the hazard light looks like. You can also see these lines where your car is going to head out. Easily and perfectly park your vehicle like so. And you can see me here, right? Gotta head out. Unfortunately, don't have all the time in the world. Once again, I will cover it in about a week or two. So I'll meet you over there, where I will definitely talk about the trunk. I will also try to fit inside, show you what it's like. You can dive down the seats in 2 different levels, just like so. Just look how crazy and spacious the trunk is. And you can fold the second row seat. There is no lever on the second row seat though. Manually control it using this lever right over here. I know, would have been better if it's automatic, but you cannot ask for every single thing possible. You see how large the trunk is? As I've shown you, you can sit inside here, no problem. The trunk opens up vertically like that. There is no obstruction whatsoever. And so that's how deep this car trunk is. I can just fit in like this, no problem. It's crazy. Let's go. Beautiful looking car, isn't it? FYI, the display does not have crazy reflection like it's showing right now. It is because of that protective film you see right there. And I don't want to take it off because other people need to be test driving this vehicle as well. So do keep that in mind. Of course, I'll zoom in on that one more time next time. The AC, the 5-inch display right here, dedicated for the AC and AC only. You can go through all the different settings right here. At the tap of your finger, you can jump into the EV mode right away. And there's also the driver only. That way I can actually save extra battery as well. I know I'm running out of time, but of course I gotta show you the second row seat as well. Can't believe I didn't even sit inside. So hopping in like that, and I'm not going to exaggerate. I do have to bend down a little bit when I am actually letting myself inside, but that's because of the crazy recline I have right now. So as you can see, look at all this. This is the first angle and lean back all the way. crazy amount of second row space. I did mention about this multiple times already on my previous reviews, but I just cannot get enough. This is something that I never ever experienced on my Kia Seltos. No comparison whatsoever. It is super cozy, and this tiny armrest in the middle also does get the job done as well. 2 cup holders. When you don't need it, you can just push it in like so. And of course, so beauty of EVs, there's nothing in the middle. You can freely, easily move around between the seats. And that's also the same case for the driver's seat as well. There is nothing in the middle. Well, except for the bit of a storage in the middle, but you can easily switch from the driver's seat to the passenger seat should you need. Oh, right there. So it's all touch sensitive. The dome light right there. I can fold. So this thing having the big 2 chunk, beware when you unfold the seats like I did, but look at this. And power window for the second row seat as well. Unfortunately, it's not dual double laminated glasses on the second row seat, unlike the first row seat. The first row seats actually have dual laminated glasses, as you can see right there, but it's not the case for the second row seat. However, I like the fact that it goes down all the way. Family with doggos, you guys know what I mean by that. Thanks to the design right here, dropping down straight, it's almost rectangular for the second row seat window, providing crazy amount of visibility out the window. So it just feels like as cozy as it was on the first row seat, on the second row seat too. Thanks to the huge headroom I have right here. You can see I'm 176 centimeters tall, and I can fit more than a fist between the headliner and my head. Harman Kardon premium sound system, only heated seats for the second row seat. However, fully automated window, as I showed you. I cannot wait for the ultimate long distance test drive. And what the charging port looks like. Smart and brilliant touch by Kia right over there. So I want to show you the 360 view cam I told you about. So super helpful when you go into the tight, narrow parking lot like I am on right now. And also alarms and alerts when necessary. And you can manually control to check out the 360 view of your surroundings. All the UI, GUI, you are probably used to it already if you have driven any of the latest Hyundai Motor Group cars. EV3 is no exception. Comes with ccNC, connected car navigation cockpit, which supports OTA over the air. That allows you to have updates wirelessly, which also includes updates on your wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. EV3 already has that available from the factory, but earlier cars that had the OTA which did not have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay actually was able to have the update via OTA. So you might be thinking, what's the big deal about it? I think it is quite of a big deal, don't you think? Getting your updates wirelessly, you don't have to pay a visit to your dealership. And what do you think about the noise level inside the cabin? It is just super cozy, serene. I can talk about the NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness, but I would like to talk about that after I put a few hundred kilometers on the driving distance on the odometer, so I want to save that. However, there are things that you can feel immediately the moment you hop inside the vehicle, and noise cancellation that this EV3 provides is one of them for sure. Being an EV, no engine, no transmission, so it is much more quieter due to the nature being from when compared to the ICE cars. So listen to this. A giant truck next to me, it's actually a refrigerator, so it's actually a fridge truck right next to me. You see the difference? This versus that. So it's only dual laminated glasses on the front, nothing on the second row seat. However, it gets the job done. The headliner, all of this add up together and plays a role when it comes to the NVH, making the car quiet. And say I'm taking over a car, just look at that. Test out the power just a little bit here. Has all the power you need and you would ask from a car. It's crazy acceleration and very, very powerful. Wow. NVH, I will cover it and save it for the next test drive. Serene, cozy. I cannot believe that this car actually is the lowest numbered EV from Kia family. You know, there is Kia EV6, EV9, of course, other numbers are to come, but you know, it's EV3, the lowest, the entry-level EV that you could get from Kia brand right now. And that's also included with the price tag I'm talking about. 4.4 kilometer per kilowatt hour, and that is with the drives that I've been doing, you guys all have witnessed. So there recently was a media test drive where drivers try to get the best driving distance possible. The number one ranked clocked 7.7 kilometers per kilowatt hour. Can you believe that? And once again, let me readdress. The season here in Korea is not the optimal season for EV battery efficiency. So that number is only going to go up. Being said, I'm pretty sure there are going to be people clocking over 8 kilometers per kilowatt hour when conditions are met. 81 kilowatt hour battery this EV3 has. So that simply calculates to what? 648. So that maximum driving distance it's showing me, which is 671 kilometer I am reading right now. So that's not an exaggeration by no means. When I met EV3 earlier at a showroom, it actually had the maximum driving distance over 700 kilometers. I think it said like 730-ish after the test drive that I've done today. That is not an exaggeration by any means. That certainly is doable and achievable. So that's it for today's video. Quickly going over EV3 test drive. Do not forget to like and subscribe CarSceneKorea if you did. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Don't forget to drop any questions you have about the car so I can cover that in the next video. Trust me, I will get back to all of your questions to best of my ability. All right, that really is it. Bye-bye. I can fold.